Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Nice to meet you. Ellie?
Yeah, my name is Ari. I live in Seoul, South Korea. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm a housewife.
nice to meet you.
Yeah,
My
nice.
name is Scott, and I'm in America. I'm in Illinois,
Oh, yeah.
and this is my state, Illinois.
hmm I have heard the Illinois state.
Yeah, it's in the center.
hmm
Ellie, have you visited America before?
No, I haven't been there, but I'm interested in America so much. Nowadays election problem.
I, I'm very interested in America, or I'm really interested in America.
Yeah. I'm really interested in American. So nowadays, Americans politics and the uh, election situation is uh, so serious.
Oh, yes.
I'm shocked. How about
Yeah.
you?
Well, I'm not surprised
hmm
because when Trump became president, I expected big problems.
hmm
So I'm not surprised by what happened.
hmm
I expected it.
Wow.
There's, Ellie, in America, many people think that money is everything,
hmm
and they think that a person with money, a businessman, is a great man.
Yeah.
So many people were thinking Trump, businessman, very rich, he could be a good president. Now, I did not accept this thinking at all, but
hmm
many people were thinking this way. And this is one reason why he became president, because this idea that a rich businessman could be a good leader for the country.
hmm
And really, there's no truth to that idea. There's no truth to the idea that there's two problems with this idea. First of all,
Yeah.
why do you think a rich businessman can lead a country? And second, the second problem with this idea
hmm
is why did you think that Trump was rich?
Uh-huh.
Because there are many stories about his business problems, you know.
Yeah, I
There-
understand.
So so even if you do think that he was rich, even if you do think that, why would you think that he was going to be a good president?
hmm
So I'm not surprised about what happened.
Wow.
Um, but I know many people in the world are, because many people think that America's number one, and so they're very surprised when they see what happened on the
Yeah,
news when they watch that.
yeah,
Yes,
I
I
got you.
understand. I understand why you feel that way. You know,
Mhm.
um, I was in your country a long time ago.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
in Busan.
Yeah, Busan is second
Yes,
largest city in Korea.
and I like bulgogi.
Wow, yeah. The
Yeah.
traditional food is so famous now. Before, Korean is not famous in the world.
Nowadays,
Nowadays Korean is getting getting in, getting getting developing now.
okay. When you say developing, do you mean the economy or do you mean like more famous?
Economy, and so culture is getting spread in the world now.
Right. Okay. Right. Because the South Korean economy is strong,
hmm
and that was first. After that, the Korean culture began to spread too.
Yeah.
I agree with your idea.
hmm
You know, your country has many great successes. For example, I understand South Korea is number one in internet speed.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And hey, this is real important. You know,
Yeah.
internet speed is real important. So your country's really has a lot going for it.
Yeah.
Ellie,
Some tutor
how can I
has,
help you today? Do you just want free talking, or do you need some help with something
yeah.
in English?
Yeah, free. I like free. I like free talking now because before I had many curriculum on Cambly, so I was worrying now because I I have been I have been lessened curriculum on Cambly for a long time.
Oh, so you were bored. We should say I was bored.
I was
You were
bored.
so Ellie, you were taking lessons here, like 1, 2, 3, like that, and it would, and you like stop the lesson, and now you want free conversation. Is that
Yes,
it?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I watched your video. I
Oh,
watched
you
your
did.
video, yeah, and I know you a little bit.
Oh, well, thank you for watching my video.
Yeah,
I,
you have been lived in Asia state, Asia place.
Ellie, say this. You have lived
You
in
have lived.
Asia.
You have
You
lived.
have lived in Asia.
Yeah.
You're right, Ali. I have lived in Korea and Japan and Thailand. So I have lived in 3 Asian countries, and I like Asia very much, really,
Mm-hmm.
because, well, I'm interested in Buddhism. I'm interested in Taoism, and I like the Confucianism, the respect for education, the respect for learning. So there are many things that I like about Asia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But now, of course, before the pandemic, I was living in another country, but with the pandemic, I've been living in my country,
Yeah.
America.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, so you're a housewife?
Yeah, yeah. You are a professional teacher. I know.
I am.
Yeah.
So is that your child in the background?
Uh, no, I want my goal. My goal is I want to help my boys English.
Okay, you just want to improve your conversation.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the thing is, you want to, try to concentrate on the basic words, the basic grammar that you need.
Yes.
Okay, because English has more than 100,000 words.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Um, but Ellie, you don't have to know 100,000 words. For everyday English, you only have to know about 3,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
about 3,000 words are enough
Wow.
for everyday conversation
Mm-hmm.
in English.
Yeah.
And here they are. I'm sending them to you right now.
Thank you.
So you want to know the basic words, the 3,000 everyday words, and you want to learn the basic grammar. Like we did a little basic grammar, which was, you said, I watched your video. This is past tense. I watched your video. You have lived in
Mm-hmm.
Asia.
Yeah.
That's present perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So in English, we have 12 tenses.
Yeah. Oh,
We
my.
have 12 verb tenses. But guess what? You don't need 12 really. You only need like 5 or 6. 5 or 6 tenses is enough.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you work on your English, always think about basic vocabulary and basic grammar, and don't worry about the other language,
Yeah.
because the other language isn't really going to help you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I confused the
You say, I am confused.
yeah.
I am confused about,
I
like that.
I am confused about
Right.
tense of English.
Yeah, so there's only, 5 or 6 tenses you have to think of. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, and remember, there's 3 times, and that is the present
Yeah.
and the future and the past.
Mm-hmm.
So in the present, we have 2 tenses. In the present, there are 2 tenses. Okay.
Yeah.
What are they? Well, one would be like this: He lives in New York. That's the present tense. Or you have the present continuous, which is he is living in New York. Okay. So really in English, this is English now, not French and not German,
Mm-hmm.
but in English we have 2 tenses for the present, and one is with the ing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the difference? Well,
Mm-hmm.
when you talk about like all the time, you use the first one. You say he lives in New York.
Mm-hmm.
He works in a bank. He has 3 children. That's the first one.
Yeah.
But then if you think about a change, then you use the ing one.
Yes.
Like if you say he's living in New York, then you're thinking, oh, he's living in New York. And then you're thinking maybe last month he was living in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And next month maybe he'll be living in California.
Yeah.
So whenever you have the be living verb form, then it changes. Another example would be like this. You're married, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for example, if I ask you this,
I have
what does
marry.
your husband do? This is present tense. And if I ask you this one, what is your husband
Do.
doing?
Doing.
See, these are 2 more examples.
Mm-hmm.
See, the first one, what does your husband do, is present tense.
Yeah.
And what is your husband doing is present continuous.
Yes.
Okay. So look at, oh, you have a telephone call?
Yeah. I turn off my sound.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So the first one is, what does your husband do? Now, what's your answer to that question?
Mm.
What does your husband do? And how do you answer that question?
Yeah. My husband is hardware engineer.
Okay, good. You can say, my husband is an engineer.
Engineer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or my husband is an engineer. Or you can just say, he is an engineer.
Yeah.
So what does your husband do? This is present tense.
Mm.
It doesn't change really.
Yes.
Your husband is an engineer now. He was an engineer last month.
Mm-hmm.
He will be an engineer next year, like probably.
Yeah.
It doesn't change much. But then when you have the ing doing, now you're thinking about change. So how do you answer the second question? What is your husband doing? What do you say there?
My husband is doing engineer. Doing or engineer.
Sorry. The question, what is your husband doing, means like now. So your answer is he is watching TV, or he is drinking a beer, or he
is two sentence is confused every time. So
just remember the ing. The ing means the okay.
Now, yeah.
Remember
now.
this: verb plus ing means there's some kind of like change.
Yeah.
That it's going to change every minute, maybe, or every day, or there's going to be like a change.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one, what does your husband do? There's no change.
Yeah.
He's an engineer.
Yeah.
But the second one, what is your husband doing? Then there's the idea of
the living room. Cleaning the living room. Cleaning.
That's it. That's it. He is cleaning the living room.
Yeah.
He is cleaning the living room. Now, is your husband angry at you because you're studying English and not helping him clean the living room?
Yeah. so noisy. It's so noisy here.
Okay. So exactly right. if I ask you, what is your husband doing? Then we're talking about now, and you say he is cleaning the living room. Now, how many how many children do you and your husband have?
Mm, we have two children.
Okay. What are your children doing now?
Uh,
What are your children doing?
they are watching on YouTube.
Okay, no, you don't need on. You just say they are watching YouTube.
Watching YouTube.
Right. So the question is, what are your children doing? And this is an ing question. What are your children doing? Which means now.
Mm-hmm.
So then your answer is going to be they are watching YouTube, or they are playing, or they are helping their father clean.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they don't like to help him clean though.
Yeah.
Maybe they.
Yeah, not
maybe
yet, because my eldest son is 5 years old and the youngest son is 3 years old. So they are so very young.
Oh,
now.
okay. They're very young,
Mhm.
5 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you work outside the house, or do you stay home and take care of everybody?
Yeah. I take I am taking I take care of my boys and stay at home.
Okay. Now, if you want, you could just say, if you want, you could say this. You could say, I am a housewife.
Yeah.
Yeah. But actually, some women don't like that word.
Mm-hmm.
They might think that it's a word we use only for women.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we don't say house husband, but housewife would means a woman who works at home, and of course, a housewife works,
Yeah. That's right.
taking care of the children and cooking
Yeah.
and cleaning and doing
Washing dishes.
everything.
I have lots of chores every day.
Yes, you have
Yeah.
lots of chores every day.
It's a hard job.
Right. So I'm sure it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it is. So when you think about the verb tenses, remember you only have to know 5 or 6 tenses. Remember, there's 3. That is the present and the future and the past.
Yeah.
So for the present, just think about these 2. Okay.
Yes.
For the present, there's 2. One is ing.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? What is he doing? And then that's the ing one. And then the other one is like for all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Okay. Like for example, this is for like everything. For example, we'd say like South Korea has a strong economy. Okay. See, this is correct. South Korea has a strong economy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we cannot say South Korea is having a strong economy. No, because if you say having a strong economy, then you have many problems with the grammar.
Yeah.
And you mean like, what, it's changing? No. South Korea has a strong economy now.
Yeah.
South Korea had a strong economy last year.
Yeah.
It doesn't change. So you don't have an ing form there. You're just going to use the basic verb tense.
Yes.
Right. So this is what you have to think about when you think about the present. There's 2 verb forms. Yeah. And then in the past, there's also 2 verb forms. And they are, one is the simple past.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I taught in Asia.
I taught in Asia.
I live in Busan.
I live to.
And this is an example of the simple past.
Yes.
The simple past use verb to. Verb to, like taught and lived
Yeah.
and ate and went. And then you have the present perfect one, which would be like this.
I have taught in Asia.
Yes, exactly. Right. The present perfect one is the second one. And with the present perfect, you use this one. You use have or has plus verb 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have or has and verb 3. That's the present perfect. So if you remember this, you can kind of understand the tenses. There's two tenses for the present.
Yeah.
There's two tenses for the
Yeah.
past.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And for the future, well, the future is a little more interesting, and that is one way to do the future is you just have will plus verb. Like, for example, I will help my husband after I talk to you, or my children will go shopping with me today.
Mm-hmm.
My children will go, or I will help my husband. This is one way to do the future, but there's other ways to do the future too.
Yeah.
That's just an example.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the present and the past are pretty easy
Mm-hmm.
if you just remember these principles.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I will eat. I will have a lunch. I will have a lunch after class.
lunch,
Yeah. I will have lunch after class.
lunch,
Yeah. Lunch.
right? Exactly. Or there's another way to do it, and that is this way: say, be going to plus the verb. You'd say, I am going to have lunch after
Yeah.
class.
I'm going to have lunch
After class.
after
Or you
class.
could say, for example, are you going to have lunch alone or with your family?
Yeah.
Alone or with your family?
Yes, I do.
Are,
Alone?
are you going to have are you going to have lunch alone, you, or with your family?
Ah, yeah, with my family.
Okay, now make a sentence with your family. Say we
Yeah. We
for the
we are
future.
going we are
We
going to we are going to have lunch with my
lunch.
lunch
Lunch.
lunch
Yes.
lunch with my family
Lunch.
together with my together.
Yes, good. That's it. That's it. You say we are going to have lunch
Yeah.
after my lesson, or
Or
you can say we are going to eat
yeah,
lunch
we are going to eat
after my
lunch.
lesson. Either way, you can say have lunch or eat
Yeah,
lunch.
same meaning.
Same meaning. You can say for food you say have
Mhm.
or eat.
Yeah.
And for drink, you can say
Uh,
have or you can say drink.
yeah, you drink alcohol.
Well, you can drink anything. This is soda.
Oh, soda. I
This is not alcohol.
yeah, I
We cannot drink.
I
You
know.
cannot drink
Well,
alcohol when you're teaching.
beer.
It's a, do you like beer?
Oh, yeah, but I drink beer once or twice or once or twice a year.
Okay, good sentence. You drink beer only once or twice a year.
Yeah.
So why? Don't you like beer?
Yeah, I have no chance to meet others.
Oh, you don't you drink only like at a party. You
No,
mean
no. I have no meeting friends right recently because coronavirus is
oh
spreading
yeah.
here. Yeah.
You can drink at home.
Yeah. For I have two boys, so I do not like that.
Yes, sure. I understand completely. So when you think about today is it's the beginning of the weekend, right?
Yeah.
So if I on Friday
Mhm.
on Friday in America, people go to work
Mhm.
or students go to school, and what do they talk about? They talk about the weekend,
Yeah.
and they use the future, of course, because the weekend, which is Saturday and Sunday, is the future.
Mhm.
So they everywhere in the schools and the offices, they ask their friends or classmates, they say, what are you going to do
What are you going to do on the
this
weekend?
weekend?
This weekend, yeah.
Yeah, we'd say usually this. We'd say,
This
what are you
weekend.
going to do this weekend? And what about you? What are you going to do this weekend?
I I'm going to I'm going to I'm going to fix my office, my husband's office.
Okay, you're going to fix your husband's office at home?
No, he runs his company, so yeah,
Okay,
we will move another place. So um, in advance, I make his office nicely.
okay, your husband is changing his office
Yes,
to a new place,
yes,
and you're going to help him fix up his new
yeah.
office. Oh, okay. So, where is your husband working now? Is he working at home or is he working in the old office?
Yeah. He is
Where does he work these days? I mean,
he is working in his office tower. Yeah,
okay.
there is another place.
Oh, okay. But he's going to change to a new
Yeah,
office.
exactly.
Yeah.
He will. He
So
will move.
yeah, why is he going to change?
Um, uh, he he bought new office.
He
He
bought,
bought a new office
he,
before he
okay,
rented the old office.
okay, I see. That's good. What about, mm, what about your children? What are they going to do this weekend?
Yeah, mm, they they are playing together at home because outside is so dangerous. My mom helped me to take care boys, to take care
Okay,
of boys.
my mother helps
It
me
helps me,
take care. My mother helps
me
me.
taking care of my
My
boys.
mother helps me
Helps me,
take care of them.
yeah, take care
Yeah,
of them.
right. My mother helps me.
Helps me. My mother helps me taking care of them.
Okay, no ing. My mother helps me take care of
Yeah.
them. My mother helps me
My
take care
mother
of them.
helps me taking care of them.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Perfect.
So, how far does your mother live from you now?
Yes. I live with my parents.
Oh,
Yeah. Um,
your
yeah,
family lives with your
yeah. I
parents.
have six family members,
Okay. You, your husband, and your two children
and my
live
parents.
with your
Yeah,
parents
exactly.
in the same
Yeah.
house.
So we are big family.
Ah, yes, that's nice. And your parents get to spend a lot of time with their grandchildren.
Oh, yeah, but they are their own house, their own house. But um, last year, from last year, they are suddenly ill, so they live they live with me.
Okay, I see. They sold their
Yeah.
house. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Ellie, we're almost out
Oh
of time.
yeah, time flies. We have a fun talking.
Well, I enjoyed meeting you too. So remember the basics about 3,000 words
Yeah,
and past and present and
thank
future.
you.
And you're welcome.
Yeah, your material is helping me perfectly.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah,
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, thank you.
So I hope I see you again. Bye for
Yeah,
now.
have a great week.